What's up, guys, and how is everybody doing out there? It is a beautiful, what is it, Tuesday? Yes, Tuesday afternoon here in Angeles City, Philippines. Just beautiful. This is the best time of the year to come visit Angeles City. I always say it's not too hot, not too cold. But can it ever be cold here in Angeles City, right? But yeah, another beautiful day here. One more week of school, then the kids are out of school for their Christmas vacation. You know what, guys, today I'm going to do a little video. Kind of, I don't know how to say it. Let me get this here up. What kind of video it is. But I seen a video that was put out, and I kind of had to listen to it and kind of like shake my head, like, what? And I know I have a bunch of friends that have seen it too, and they're like, what? It's basically a video of eight most annoying guys in Angeles City. All right, guys, remember one thing. Who do you take your advice from? All right, who are you going to take your advice from, no matter where you are here in the Philippines or coming over to the Philippines and getting ready to come to the Philippines and retire? Who are you going to take your advice from? Are you going to take it off of somebody that's only been here a few months? Are you going to take it off somebody that's been here a month? Or are you going to take it off somebody that's been here over 5 years? I have always said, your ink is not dry on your passport until you've been here 5 years. After 5 years, you kind of know what's going on, and you're learning every day. Remember, you learn every day here in the Philippines by listening, by talking, by just being here and experiencing the Philippines experience, right? But you got to ask yourself, who are you taking your advice from? All right. But anyways, the video I wanted to say, there was 8 points they made in this video, and I'm like, I don't know about that. The number one was the know-it-all. Stay away from the know-it-all. Guys, when you're here, you start learning things, right? You start absorbing things. You start having your own experience with things. All right? Who am I going to take advice from? Somebody that has already bought a condo. All right? They're going to know how to do it. They're going to know what you have to do. Somebody that buys a car here. They're going to know how to buy a car. They're going to know how to sell the car. They're going to know how to buy a motorcycle. They know these things because they have experience. The guy that has less than a year, when he's giving out advice, in my opinion, and a lot of people I've talked to, it's like they're a know-it-all, but they don't have the time here to be a know-it-all. So yes, you gotta look at where the source is coming from. All right? Guy's been here 10, 15 years, and he says, hey, listen, you're doing it this way, and it should be this way, which will bring me to another point. I'm going to listen to that guy. Does he know everything? No. But he knows a hell of a lot more than somebody here whose ink isn't even dry on their passport. The next one is, it keeps bumping me off here, is the me guy. All right, the me guy. The guy that likes to talk about himself. Me personally, I've been here long enough, and the subscribers, I talk to them at hundreds, probably literally hundreds of subscribers have talked to me throughout the years. I like hearing their stories. I like hearing where they come from, what they did, what brought them here, their retirement, why they're here. I like hearing their stories. All right, I like hearing what they have to say, because I talk to you guys all the time. Now it's time for you guys to talk to me. So the me guy, I don't mind him, because he's telling me about himself, and that's what I like. The drunk or sober guy. You know, when I sit here and I see, you know, there are drunks here, literally drunks, from the second they wake up to the second they go to bed. I actually feel sorry for them. Let me tell you why. They worked their whole life, they've come over here, and all they're doing is drinking their life away. I feel sorry for them. But then you have guys that do drink and are functioning and everything like that. But as far as that guy killing off his liver, I actually feel sorry for him. The sober guy, well, the sober guy's a sober guy. He doesn't forget. It's all up here. He's been sober. He knows. His memory isn't washed out. But yeah, then you got the can I borrow some money guy. I always say, I borrow some money guy. It's who you surround yourself with, your friends. All right? If your friends are the bar trolls that are always going into the clubs here, always looking for the blue light special, always looking for the deal. They got a little change in their pocket going ching-a-ling-a-ling, right? They don't have much money. They're always going to be out of money, especially at the end of the month. Guys, at the end of the month, a lot of these guys that are receiving some type of military pension, disability pension, a pension, by the end of the month, they're out of money. And then it's the old, can I borrow money? I've seen guys like that. You didn't budget your money, so now you want to borrow money. It's all in the people you hang with. Everybody that I associate myself with, if I did ask them for money, it's because maybe I forgot it. Would they give me the money? Sure, they know they're going to get paid back. But once again, it's all in who you associate yourself with around here. Let's see, what's next? La La Land. I like this one. I had to laugh at this one. The guys in their 60s and 70s, they're in La La Land. You could be sitting there, you know, watching a football game or a baseball game or a basketball game. Then they want to just talk about their past and remember when I had this and I liked my car, and they tell stories of growing up. They tell stories of their work history. They tell stories of what they've done in the past. It's communicating. It's you have something and you want to hear it, and maybe you have something in common with them. I like hearing people's stories. I do. You know, you got certain groups here, all they want to talk about amongst themselves, which girl does this, which girl did that, which girl gave me this much, how I got this girl for this one. That's what you want to surround yourself with. Okay, but me and other guys that have been here a while, they like talking about their past. They like talking about the things they've done. They like talking about what brought them here. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's all in who you surround yourself with. When I sit for breakfast, we always talk about just different things. Our history of our work history, the funny things we did growing up, the things that we should have gotten in trouble for we didn't. We're not sitting around just constantly talking about girls, but you have a core group of people. That's their thing. All they want to do is talk about girls. Whatever. That's what you want. That's your thing. Whatever. The conspiracy guy, and this is one I had to laugh at. The girls are out to get me. They're out to do this. They're out to take me for my money. That's what it's all about here. The girls here, if that's it, what you're into, that's what it's about. They're here to take your money. And then, it's funny because the same guy did a video on how all the girls were taking him for his money. Or trying to take him for his money. That was a conspiracy. Guys, they're here to take your money if that's what you're in here. Understand one thing, not everybody that comes here to hang out in the clubs, in the bars. I've talked to many subscribers that come here, they were stationed here, they don't spend a penny, they don't go up on there. Matter of fact, I just spoke to a gentleman recently who came here to get dental work. Not everybody hangs out up there. Not everybody runs around in the clubs. It doesn't happen like you would think. You would think, yeah, it's full. Nah, not what you think. That you're doing it wrong, guy. Which brings me back to the point where if I'm doing something, all right, say I'm applying for a visa, 13A visa, I've done it. I can give you my experience on how to do it. I could say, hey, you're doing it wrong. This is the better way to do it, or this is the best way to do it. Why not listen to the guy with the experience? The guy that's got 10 years, 15 years, the guy that has done what you're wanting to do or what you're wanting to get done. Why wouldn't you? It makes no sense to not listen to what he has to say, you know? And they could tell you, hey, you are doing it wrong. Either you want to listen to me or continue to do it wrong. And guess what? Once you've done it the way you think you're doing it, and then you come back to me and say, hey, yeah, you were right. You were doing it wrong. Thank you. Like I said, a guy with less than 5 years experience, his passport's not even, ink isn't even dry on his passport. Would you really take his advice, especially a guy who's got less than a year here giving advice? Would you take their advice? Think about that. Just think about that. And here's another one. I know a guy. This was his last one. I know a guy. I'm telling you right now, it is good to know a guy here. That's how the system rolls here. We had an issue with something. All right. I said, hey, look, I have an issue with this. Oh, I know a guy. And that guy got it done. It is good to know a guy. And here's the thing. It's good to know Filipinos. Everybody, a lot of expats, I wouldn't say a lot. Expats love to hang out with just other expats. Nothing wrong with that if that's what you like, but they don't know other Filipinos. It's better to know Filipinos in the Philippines than it is to know other expats. Because I know a guy, yeah, I've always said, listen, if I can't get you to answer something to what you want or you're asking of me, I know a guy and I can point you in the direction of the guy with the experience. If 10 other people are saying, hey, this guy's good, he knows what he's doing, I'm going to point you to that guy because I know a guy, right? Like I said, it's better to know Filipinos here. This is their country. I had a problem, I forget what it is, my electrical system, my old car. I went to somebody, they said, I know a guy. And they were right. They knew a guy who could work on it. So the I know a guy, it is good to know a guy. Trust me, it is good to know a guy. But anyways, I just, like I said, I seen it and I'm like, somebody with less than 1 year experience is giving advice on this. Take it for what it is. Take it for what it is. When you get into a job, you're there for 6 months, 7 months. Your supervisor's been there for 15, 20 years. Who's going to know more about that job? And who's going to know more about what's going on than that supervisor? You're not. You're learning. Life is about learning. Living in the Philippines is definitely about learning. Every day you're learning. So that's my 2 cents. I don't get it. I don't get it. You always talk about your personal experience. I can only give you advice on myself. I remember a few years back somebody said, you act like you're an expert. No, I'm not an expert. I am only an expert on my own life. I can only share with you my stories. And of course, other people's stories that people tell me. But yeah, there it is, guys. Let me know what you think below. Here it is. Here. You guys leave the comment below. Would you take advice of living in the Philippines from someone with, say, let's just say a year or less? Would you take their advice and actually take them seriously on their advice over somebody that's been here, like I said, 5 years or more? Leave it down below. And with that, we'll talk to you later.